dies. Cash for the button hooks.
Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods.
Cash for the soft goods. Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the nuggies and the pickles and the fritters.
Cash for the hogshead, casket, and demijohn. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the flour paper.
Well, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
What do you get?
What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk. You can bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk, you can talk, you can talk, bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
Why, it's the Model T Ford made the trouble, made the people wanna go, wanna get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Who's gonna patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it? Gone, gone.
Gone with the hogshead, casket, demijohn. Gone with the sugar barrel, picker barrel, milk pan. Gone with the tub and the pail and the tears.
Ever meet a fellow by the name of
Hill, hill,
Hell!
hill,
Hell.
Hell!
hill,
Hell!
hill.
No! Just a minute!
Never heard of any salesman at Hill.
Now he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory?
What's the fellow's line? Never worries about his
He
line.
never worries about his line.
Or a doggone thing. It's the bang beat, bell ringer, big pole, great go, neck and nothing, ripper, and every time a bullseye salesman. That's Spencer Harold Hill, Charles the Slide.
He's a fake kid, he doesn't know the territory.
Well, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
He's a music man. He's a what? He's a what? He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass, and the piccolo uniforms too, with a shiny gold brand and a coat and a big red stripe on it.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps, here and there two's hard.
Well, the fellow sells bands, boys bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he gathers and he gathers and he plucks and he shines, and when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory!
Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll give Iowa a try.
Don't believe I caught your name.
Pardon me, sir. Good day, sir, ma'am. Could you direct me towards the center of town?
Why don't you try reading the street signs?
Good day, sir. Could you point me towards a good hotel?
You'll have to try the Palmer House, Chicago.
Good day, sir. Could you tell me what you folks do for entertainment around here?
Mind our business.
around in your drawers all day.
Well, so there I was in Madison Hospital, and nobody comes to see me. Well, Cousin Will never come to see me, and Aunt Bertha never come to see me.
Your Aunt Bertha's dead.
Oh, she wouldn't come anyway.
We can be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about the weather in July. And we're so fine or stronger we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never say eye to eye.
Mr. Squires?
Yes.
Yes, I'm interested in hiring a rig for Sunday if you could accommodate me.
Well, then you ought to speak to the man who's in charge of hiring the rigs. Who is late, as usual? Gregory?
Marcellus.
You old son of a cunt! But Greg!
Professor Hill's name. Harold Hill.
But Greg, what are you doing here? How come you didn't tell me he was coming?
I didn't know I was myself. Besides, how could I know you'd end up in a little tank town like this? You were a pretty big slicker when you were in business with me.
No, not the way you work. Too many close shaves. Besides, I got myself a nice, comfortable girl now. I feel tough on my ass.
Gone legitimate. I knew you'd come to no good.
So what's the new pitch? Oh, you're not back in the old band business, are you? Say, heard he was selling steam automobiles.
I was.
Well, what happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No.
Now give me the lowdown here, Mars.
Oh, you'll never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn irons. Besides, we got a stuck-up music teacher here. She'll expose you before you get your first grip on pat.
Male or female?
The music teacher? She's the librarian. A female.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. If she passes by, you point her out to me.
I will. So how are you gonna stop the pitch?
Same old way. First, I gotta keep that music teacher off balance. Then my next step will be to get your town out of the serious trouble it's in.
River City ain't any trouble.
Then I'll have to create some. I have to create a desperate need for a kid's band. You remember? Now, what's new around here? What can I use?
Well, nothing. Except the billiard parlor just got a new pool table.
They never had a pool table here before?
Nope, just billiards.
That'll do. See you later, Mars. And remember, music teacher.
Music teacher.
Sir?
Yes?
Either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, certainly mighty proud to say. I'm always mighty proud to say. I consider that the hours I spend with the cue in my hand are golden. Help to cultivate horse sense, and a cool head, and a keen eye. Never take and try and give an ironclad leap to yourself from a three-rail billy shot. No. But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a bulk line game, I say that any boo can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth, and the first big step on the road to the depths of ever dare say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon. Then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit and listening to some big out-of-town jazz player hearing him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy setting on damn patch, make your blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in the table, pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say, your young men will be frittering. Frittering away to their noontime, sometime, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind get the dandelions pulled or the screen door packed or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with the cistern empty on a Saturday night. That's trouble. Oh, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker, shirt tails, young ones, peeking in the pool hall window after school. Trouble. Oh, right here in the city. Oh, trouble with a capital T that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall to be trying out Beaver, trying out Cuban, trying out tailor names like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're gonna cover up a telltale breath with sensei. One fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the dance of the army, libertine men and scarlet woman and ragtime. Shameless greetings that'll grab your son and your daughter beyond the jungle and mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground trouble.
Oh, we got trouble.
Right here in the city.
Right here in the city.
With a capital T and that rhymes with a T and that stands for pool. We've surely got trouble.
We've surely got trouble.
Right here in the city.
Right here.
Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school.
Our children's gonna have trouble.
Mothers of River City, heed the warning before it's too late. Look for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he memorizing jokes at a Captain Billy's whiz bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell and so so's your old name. Trouble. If so, my friends, we got trouble. Oh, we got trouble. Right here in the city. Right here in the city. With a capital T. We surely got trouble. We surely got trouble. Right here in the city. Right here. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden. Our children's gonna have trouble. Oh, we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15-yard ball. It's very cool. Oh, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. Oh, yes, we got trouble here. We got big trouble. The team. The capital T. The T. That's that word. Pardon me, man, did you drop your...
No.
Didn't I meet you in...
No.
I will only be in town a short while.
Good.
That you, daughter? Yes, Mama. Keep on, Amarillis. I'll be there in a minute. Hello, Mama.
Very good, dear. Now your exercises.
Yes, Mom.
I don't remember the library being open last 4th of July weekend. It was, Mama, all weekend. Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh? Who?
I never saw him before.
Did he say anything?
He tried.
Well, did you say anything?
Of course not, Mama. Don't dawdle, Amaryllis. Sol, do, la, re, ti, mi, a little slower. And please keep your fingers curved as nice and high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind my saying so, wouldn't have hurt you to have found out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living, but I never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the low mentality of river city people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can quote balls like a Shakespeare and all the mother highfalutin Greeks.
Now, Mama, if you don't mind me saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every time.
No, I haven't changed a subject. I was speaking about a stranger. With a suitcase who may be your very last chance.
Do you think that I'll allow a common masher now? Really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards if you don't mind my saying so. There's not a man alive who will hold to measure up. Not London Paul, 28 Patton, Noah Windsor. You can talk to me yourself, but I'm a nation. I was the president. You're lovely full of books.
Well, that wasn't the best I've ever heard.
Why, thank you. Can I have a drink, please?
May I have a...
May I have a drink, please?
Yes, you may.
Winthrop, where have you been? It's after dark, and is that any way to walk into this house?
Hello.
Oh, that won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from my boy. That lady over there, it's your sister, young man?
Hello, Winthrop.
Winthrop, where's your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Would you please come?
guess you like it very much if you'd come, Winthrop.
Well, Winthrop, Amaryllis has asked you to a party. Are you going, aren't you? No. No what? No, thank you. Oh, you know the little girl's name. Now won't do it all.
He won't say Amaryllis because of his S, because of his lisp. He's ashamed.
We know all about his lisp, Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop.
I'll bet he won't say it.
No, thank you. Amaryllis.
Amaryllis! Amaryllis! He's crying. Why does he get so mad at people? Just because he lisps?
It's not only because he lisps, that's just part of it, dear.
What's the other part?
Never mind. It's just that he doesn't talk very much.
Not even to you or your mother?
No, dear. We all have to be a little patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I do him. Every night I say goodnight to him on the Evening Star. And you have to do it the very second you see it, too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight.
Oh, there, darling, don't cry. You have lots of time. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else.
Never! I'll end up an old maid like you! I'm so sorry, Miss Marian. Can I play my crosshand piece?
May I?
May I play my crosshand piece?
Yes, you may.
See, without a sweetheart, you have no one to say goodnight to on the Evening Star.
I know, Amaryllis, but for the time being, you can say goodnight, my someone, and put the right name in when the right someone comes along.
All right, it's better than nothing.
Yes, it is. Now you can play your crosshand piece.
Now I may play my crosshand piece.
Good night, my someone, good night, my love. Sleep tight, my someone,
all grateful to my wife, Eulalie McTechnishin, for leading the singing. And to J.C. Squires for his fine stereopticon slides. And to Ethel Kalkmeyer, our fine player piano. As Mayor of River City, I welcome you, River City Zians, to the 4th of July exercises that appear in the indoors at Madison Gymnasium. Account the weather. Fourscore and seven. Fourscore and 7 years ago, the members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. The members of the school board will not present a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Wat Kan Yi girls of the local wigwam of Hiawatha will present a spectacle, My Wife. A spectacle in which my wife, Eulalie McTechnishin, will take a leading role.
In the Indian tongue. Yee, teen, tell the father fifth.
Tell the father fifth.
I wouldn't be going anywhere if I were you.
Mrs. Shin will recover. No thanks to a certain young ruffian who is a disgrace to our fine city. Fourscore and 7 years. The Payne's fireworks spectacle, Last Days at Pompey I, will take place providing the rain stops by 9:30. It will be in Madison Picnic Park, in the far meadow, past the gazebo, across the creek from the pest house.
How can it be raining? I thought the Gazette predicted fair. Sure did, that's why we all prepared for a storm.
The Gazette's accurate most of the time, and you know it, JC.
Oh, you wouldn't last very long in the banking business being accurate like that most of the time.
All right. Order. We need order here.
8 o'clock's late again, as usual.
Well, I make her early. She's late, all right.
She's right on time. What's the matter with your watch?
His watch.
What's the matter with your watch?
Will the members of the school board stop bickering in public?
All in the world, I said.
Never mind what you said. Fourscore 7 years ago.
The pool table in town.
Just a minute.
Well, is there a pool table or isn't there?
Will you allow me to get on with the exercises?
We don't want any more exercises until we get this pool table matter settled.
Let's protect our children.
Protect our children.
Resist sin and corruption. Smite that devil and keep our young boys pure. Friends, may I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and River City Kids Band. Oh, think, my friends, how can any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Remember, my friends, what a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho. Oh, billion parlor walls come a-tumbling down. Oh, a band will do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I mean a kids band. You hear me? I said River City's got to have a kids band, and I mean she needs it right today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on hand, and River City's going to have a kids band. Just to show us the Lord made little green apples. That band's going to be in uniform. Chuck, Will, Ted, Fred. And you'll see the glitter of crashing cymbals. You'll hear the thunder of rolling drums. The shimmer of trumpets. Ta-da-da! And you'll feel something akin to the electric thrill I once enjoyed with Gilmore, Librarian, Pat Conway, W.C. Handy, Michael Brough, the Great Creator, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on the very same historic day. 76 trombones led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos supreme of every famous band. 76 trombones topped the morning sun, the 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 rings spring up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper bottom, timpani, and horse platoon, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoon, each bassoon having a big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a full octave higher than the score.
emergency action. That man is a spellbinder. I haven't seen Iowans get so excited since Frank Gotch and Strangler Lewis lay in the mat for 3 hours without even moving a muscle. Boy, was that exciting.
You know, actually, I think it was 2.5 hours.
It was 2 hours. Never mind! I should know. I want his credentials. Catch that boy. He almost broke his shins.
Thanks, Professor. Gotta make an example of him. Ringleader, you know, when he does, the gang does.
Oh, let me go, gee, Clyde.
You wild kid, ya. Hanging around my oldest girl. His father's one of them day laborers south of town. You wild kid, ya. So, tagging down Main Street after my oldest girl last summer.
Oh, we wasn't either tagged.
Don't you count.
We was just walking together. Gee, Clyde.
I know what you're doing. My little Gracie has told me everything. Now you stay away from my oldest girl, or you'll hear from me till who laid the rails. Yes. And you, Hill. I'll talk to you about this band thing down at City Hall. Monday morning, 9 o'clock sharp. Men, I want his credential. Yes.
Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid, Professor. He's tough. He's got a gang waiting down the street.
Oh, I'll be careful. Tommy, I'd like to talk about the band.
Oh, that's for the little kids, Professor.
I'm not talking about you being in the band. You're mechanically minded, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did you ever do anything with perpetual motion?
I nearly had it a couple times.
You did? Yeah. You're my man. Do you realize that nobody has ever invented a music holder for a marching piccolo player? There's no place to hang the music.
I wonder where I can find some wire.
Look in your cellar, that's what people keep wire. Oh, Tommy. Now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up a gang. Oh, young lady. Oh, miss. What's your name?
Zanita, golly, I had no idea you was beckoning it to me. You got.
Do you know Tommy Gillis?
Well,
Tommy, this is Janita. Escort the young lady home.
Oh, well, that's fine, except I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. You got.
Then escort the young lady home by way of the library. By way of the candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
You have to.
Oh, yes, sir.
Professor, you're a mighty bright young fella. Made a couple of mistakes, though.
Oh?
The mayor owns that billiard parlor and that new pool table.
What was my other mistake?
That's Anita. She's the mayor's eldest girl. You got it.
Now, just a minute, Professor Hill. We need your credentials. We're the school board.
Academic certificates. Oh, nothing of the kind.
We need papers and documents.
Make him put up a bond.
What am I hearing? Say, ice cream.
Ice cream. But I don't say.
All right. Talk then.
Down here. Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
See? Singing's always sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you right.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir. Ice cream. Ladies, from now on, you won't see one of these men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. All these men have hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
How can there be
any sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye? In goodbye. Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify. Mystify, tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear. While one single star shines above, how can there be any sin insincere?
don't suppose you live alone or anything.
No.
I have some wonderful caramels over at my hotel if you just...
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy in a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of Art 5.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? And another thing, Mr. Hill, I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some people in this town, and I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in there, which may very well give me some interesting information about you.
Hey, Gregory!
Marcellus, don't call me great.
So, how'd you make out with the music teacher?
Scrumptious. Ate out of my hand the minute I tipped my hat.
Oh, she did. What, you should cut some swap tonight. For a minute, even I thought you knew something about leading a band.
No, you didn't. Jeez.
Just like when you used to imitate that band concert fellow back in Joplin.
Yeah. What was his name? Patrick Taylor. And his sidekick, Al Gillette. Oh, I wonder what they're doing now. But that was kid stuff. I'm in rare form these days, son. Just keep your eye on me for the next week.
A week? It only used to take you 2 days for the instruments to arrive.
Still does. It takes a week for the uniform.
Oh, no, Greg, you haven't had a uniform.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? But you can't pass yourself off as a music professor. I mean, not for any week.
Mars.
But you don't know one note from another.
I have a revolutionary new method called the think system, where you don't bother with notes.
But in a week, people are going to want to hear some music. You'll have to lead a band.
But when the uniforms arrive, they forget everything else. At least long enough for me to collect and leave. Oh, this is a refined operation, son. And I've got it timed. Right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand and the last train out of town. Now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
Are you going to line yourself up little canoodling, huh?
Yeah, well.
Well, say, I can set you with Ethel's sister. She's a lovely girl. Teaches Sunday school.
No wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher. For me, that kind of girl spins webs no spider ever. Listen, boy. A girl who trades on all that purity. Merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will file refers to marching down the aisle. No golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir! For no Diana do I play fond. I can tell you that right now. I snort, I hint. How can ignorance be compared to bliss? I spot, I think. For the lady who knows what time it is, I choose. A ring for the virtue. I'm too late to save the Saturn. Why the girl for me? Hate it when you pinch me. That's disgusting. No bright-eyed, blushing, breathless baby doll baby. No, sir, that kind of child dies not no Sailor Avenue. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. No dubiousness who keeps resisting. All the time she keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir! Why, she's a fisherman. I'm the fish you see. What? I flinch, I shout. When the last of the delicate air goes by, I smile. I grin. When the gal with the touch of sin walks in, I hope and I pray for heaven to win just one more day. The sadder, the wiser girl's the girl for me. I shine when the last of the delicate air goes by. You smile, I grin. When the gal with the touch of sin walks in, we hope and we pray for heaven to win just one more day. The sadder but wiser girl, the girl for me. The sadder but wiser.
crime. My husband wished to investigate, I'm sure. And naturally, I'm reticent. Oh, yes, I'm reticent.
Of course, I understand, Mrs. Shin. But you see, part of my music plans involve committee on the dancing. No, wait! Mrs. Shin, your foot. The way you raised it just now.
I have a bunion.
Oh, what grace! What rhythm! What expression of line and movement!
Mr. Hill!
You must accept the chairmanship of the Ladies' Auxiliary Committee on the Dance. Mustn't she, ladies?
Yes!
Mrs. Shin, every move you make bespeaks their song. Will you? Please say yes, Mrs. Shin.
You lady McKechnie-Shin dancing!
Then you accept.
Yes, indeed. And I would like to
Thank you! Now the young lady who plays the piano, Marian Prue, I believe. After all, she is a librarian.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 pick a little, her kind of little doesn't belong on anything. Of course, I didn't tell you this, but she advocated dirty books.
Dirty books? Oh!
Dabbling. Oh, Zach.
Heaven forbid.
And worst of all, of course, I shouldn't. Well, I'll tell Suzanne lived in my street. Let me tell.
I'll tell. She made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town till she came here. Old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison? As in Madison Gymnasium, Madison Picnic Park, Madison Hospital? That Miser Madison?
Exactly. Who do you think he was anyway?
I should say, show off! Gave the town the library too, didn't he?
Oh, that's just it. He left the library building to the city. But he left all the books to her.
She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Why, that woman made brazen talk a little, chip, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chip, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, down in your little, pick a little, chip, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, right here. Chip, 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 chip.
He left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her.
Saucer. Dabbling.
Wow, Zach.
No.
Chip, 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 chip.
Yes, gentlemen, I have just what you want over the hotel. You're calling me. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you now. It's all right. I know everything, and it doesn't make a difference.
What are you talking about?
You are probably very young. Anybody can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanations. I will only be in town a short while, and the sad but wiser girl for me.
Would you make your selection and leave?
I have.
Well, what are you going to take out?
The librarian.
Quiet, please.
The librarian. You're not listening, Marian. Look. Marian. Marbles. 6 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Pee-wees, and 1 big glassy with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop them.
No!
Madam Librarian. What can I do, my dear, to catch your ear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, heaven help us, the library caught on fire, and the volunteer hose brigade had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumbled and I busted my whatchamacallit, I could lie on your floor unnoticed till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing in the moonlight. And the fellow would know that his darling had heard every word of his song with the moonlight helping along. But when I tried in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, the long lost cause I could never win for the civilized world except as unforgivable sin. And he talking out loud with any librarian such as Marian. Madam Librarian. Try in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, the long lost cause I could never win. For the civilized world accepts an unforgivable sin. And he's talking out loud with any librarian, such as Mary. Madam Librarian. Ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights. Marshmallow? Well, Tommy, it's been a pretty good day. 11 sales out of 12 tries. It's about 6 o'clock. You better run home and get some supper.
All right, good evening, Professor. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Tommy.
Just a minute. Are you soliciting? You haven't got a permit.
Why, no, Mr. Mayor. I collect doorbells, and this particular specimen has an unusual tone quality.
Flattery will not avail you. Soliciting is statutory in this county, malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
Just missed you. Why? Mr. Mayor, your hand! Oh, no!
What? What?
That spread of the little fingers? It's hereditary.
It is? What does that mean?
That means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Good? That means that America has finally produced an artist that can flugel the minute waltz in 50 seconds.
Where can I get one of these horns?
Sign here, Mr. Mayor. That'll be $17 import fee.
Yes, sir. And just think, I could have missed this whole... I don't have a son! Why, you unscrupulous, flew-by-night unscrupulous! Be down to City Hall with your by-God papers by 9 o'clock.
This evening?
I couldn't make myself any clearer if I was a Quaker on his day off. Yes.
Mrs. Peru, do you realize that you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
If your boy has that same firm chin, those flabby, splendid cheek muscles. By George, nothing could ever really be great, you understand, but...
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, all the really great cornet players were Irish. Oh, Clark, oh, Mendez, oh, Clark.
Professor, we are Irish!
No, really? That clinches it. Sign here, Mrs. Peru. Your boy was born to play the cornet. Thank you. That'll be $7 import fee. Not another payment due until the opening of band practice. Thank you. And of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his uniform.
His uniform?
Why, certainly his uniform. And there won't be a penny due until delivery, which gives him a week to anticipate, to enjoy, to imagine, at no cost whatever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures and excitement of today. Hello, son.
I'm giving him his measurements for your uniform.
Excuse me, she means that you're gonna get a uniform for the band, son.
Would it have
A stripe? Why, certainly, my boy, a big white stripe on each side. Now, what do you think of that?
Oh, you'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. And if you get him to play in that band of yours, you'll have Sage Michael's own way with you. But I'll bet you can do it. Out of a crowd, I'll pick you. For hot carrying, clay pipe smoking, shamrock wearing, hot playing, Beverly pitching, terrace, old Mr. Singing Irishman. Be gob and be generous, where you from, me boy?
Gary, Indiana.
I know it. Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Oh, was she now?
Gold medal class of '05. How do you do, Miss Peru?
How do you do, Mr. Hill?
Peru, of course. I thought I recognized the name. You know, I've been trying to see you since the
He
other
wants
night.
to put Winthrop in the band. We're not interested, Mama.
But Marian, the boy might have his father's musical gift. He does have my jaw, you know.
Oh, your husband musical? Well, I'd like to have a talk with him.
You burst into everyone's home like this, prying into personal affairs. We're not interested, Mama.
Marian.
Now there is one for and one against. Now why not let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I am sorry. But that's all the more reason why your brother should have something like this.
My brother's a 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away. Do you care to explain it to him? He's been brooding about it for 2 years. And as to your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks? Well, I hardly. I get the feeling she likes the idea. Oh, a little cautious perhaps, but I admire that in a woman. Just keep me alive and I'll be back later in the week.
Oh, Professor, about the boy's measurements, I make all his clothes.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Sleeve 21, waist 18, crotch 40.
Fine, thanks, that's all I need. Now I must get back to the hotel.
Professor, I do hope you'll excuse me.
Don't worry about a thing. I'm sure that at heart, she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Widow Peru.
Has he gone?
Yes, he has, and I should hope not forever. Oh, now, darling, don't you ever think of your future? Gather Indiana conservation class of all 5. No, darling.
Now, Mama, surely a girl's future doesn't depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered traveling man who comes into town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music, in this particular case, does not impress me.
All right, darling, all right. Only you should know, it's a well-known principle, that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in the other, you're never gonna strike up much of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop? Winthrop, I know you're there. Please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to give you the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a large brown volume with black corners. Do I have to? You won't have to talk to anyone. I've written it all down.
Now, what are you up to? Why do you need your books at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling that Indiana Journal might help me poke some large holes into the professor's claims.
Will I give up? If you don't want my asking, what kind of white knight do you expect to just come riding along at your age?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Griner, who backs me up into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does.
Or Ed Gamage in that buggy of his with the fold-down back seat. But I'm not waiting for a man in shining white armor either. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, what my heart would say if it only knew how. Please, dear Venus, show me now. All I want is a plain man. All I want is a modest man, a quiet man, a gentle man, a straightforward and honest man to sit with me in a cottage somewhere in the state of Iowa, and I would like him to be more interested in me than he is in himself, and more interested in us than in me. And if occasionally he'd ponder what made Shakespeare and Beethoven great, if I could love till I die,
After supper.
I'm gonna tip!
Oh.
I can't. It's Epworth League night. Meet you where?
At the gazebo.
I'm gonna tip!
See, last time at the lumberyard, now at the gazebo. Where will it be next? The Black Hole of Calcutta? Yeegaw!
I'm gonna
I just wanted to show you my invention.
What invention?
It's a music holder for a marching piccolo player. It's still got some flaws though, see? When you hold it tight enough to see the music, well, you can't wiggle your fingers. And meanwhile, you could go blind.
George! Tell me it's Papa!
Is that the first thing I said or not?
Yes, George.
Yes, the very first thing I said, or I'll eat the hay with the horse. Yes. Get that spellbinder's trench, as I said, the mornings of July 4th, 5th, and 6th. And now look, my wife is up dancing and in all hours instead of at the home.
George!
My school board is singing up the street and down the alley instead of tending the city matters. My oldest girl is up fooling around with some wild kid. And my business has fallen off so far, I can't even see the balance sheet.
Oh, George. Mr. Mayor, I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
His who?
His university.
Oh, yes, his university. I know all about that. In fact, that's the only thing I can really ever get out of him. Gary Conservation, class of 5.
Well, if you take the time to read a little bit about the conservatory, I don't think you'll have any more questions. It's on page 320.
The Wells Fargo wagon at this hour. A likely story. The Wells Fargo wagon.
Something very, very special now. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is up, coming down the street. Oh, don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is up, coming
Something special just for me.
Here you go, Winthrop.
My cornet! Gee, thanks, Professor!
Men, you will each receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, keep off the streets. Get acquainted with your instruments and beat the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da, la-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Sister, have you ever seen anything so scrumptious as this scrumptious solid gold thing? I never thought I'd ever see anything so scrumptious as this scrumptious solid gold thing. Oh, sister.
Round one for you, Mr. Hill. But I better hear some by God tootin' out of them horns in pretty short order, or I'll see you in front of the grand jury over at the county seat. Yes. 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 Miss Marian, about that book.
Come, George, Temple's Fuji.
You watch your phraseology. Get along if you want to, but I've got to get something from the librarian. About that book.
Hey, Professor Harold, listen to this.
Ladies Dance Committee meets Tuesday nights at the high school.
Grecian earth. 1 Grecian earth. 2 Grecian earth. And a fountain. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Ladies, I predict our Delsage display will be the highlight of the ice cream social. And ladies, remember, don't make me tell you again. Always keep your face to the audience. Now, gentlemen, if you're ready, come in, come in. Oh, you look marvelous.
It's you in the sunrise. It's you in my cup. It's you all the way into town.
It's your sweet hello, dear, that sets me up.
And it's your got to go, dear, that gets me down. It's you on my pillow in all of my dreams, till once more the morning breaks through. What words could be saner or truer or plainer than it's you? It's you. Yes, it's you.
Gentlemen, turn around. Hit it. Face to the audience, ladies. Be graceful. Posture. Remember your posture. Now come to the front. Come to the front. Gentlemen, you will be told. Come here. And point and in. Down, up, and down. In, kick, and kick. Now step and up. Show 'em how to do it. This isn't what I wanted at all. Oh, Professor, can you please help me?
Take your hands off my daughter.
Papa!
Mayor Shin, Your Honor, well, Zanine and I are going steady behind your back.
Why, you
Look, we'd rather do it in front of your back, but...
do what? Never mind.
Well, see, Zanita's scared of you, but I ain't. I should think you'd hate to have your own daughter scared of you, Chewy Clyde.
I'm going to warn you once more. Stay away from my daughter, or I'll by God horsewhip you till hell won't have it again. Yes.
Now, George!
Not one poop out of you, madam.
I think he means peep.
Yes, peep. Now get out of this public building.
I got as much right to be in this public building as anybody.
Right? Where does somebody like you get any right around here? Aiding and abetting the swindling activities of this spellbinding symbol salesman? Do you know what I see written all over you? Reform school. Now get out of this public building. Get out.
Papa, please. It's Capulets like you that make blood in the marketplace.
You watch your phraseology, young woman. Go home.
Vidal.
And I'll handle Benita. Taking up with kids in the wrong side of town.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, if I could just make you understand.
Well, you can't. And by the way, thanks for nothing. I've read that book you gave me from cover to cover for a whole week now, and I haven't found a thing.
Mr. Mayor, if you please.
I'll settle your hash after I get these premises off of my oldest girl. Yes.
All right. But in the meantime, I want you to know that I'm vouching for Tommy Gillis. That boy's got the confidence of every kid in town. You'll be waiting in line to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
By the time your band plays in its first concert, the individual members will have to foregather in wheelchairs on account of the broken legs they'll have received from tripping over their beards. Let me tell you something, my fine young feathered... Never mind! Oliver, JC, Ewart, Olin! I want this man's references, and I want them tonight. But be careful. He's slippier than a Mississippi sturgeon. Yes.
You mean you want us to get its credentials?
Get his papers or get him in jail. I couldn't make myself any clearer if I was the button hook in a well water. Yes. Oh.
Professor Hill, I think Mayor Shin acted abominably, and I think it was wonderful of you coming to Tommy Gillis's defense.
Oh, that was nothing.
Well, yes, it was.
Oh, no. A man can't dodge the issue every time a little personal risk is involved. What does the poet say? The coward dies 1,000 deaths, the brave man only 500. Unfortunately, though, the mayor was already pretty mad on account of his billiard parlor. Now, I suppose a recommendation from a musical authority such as yourself would help, but I couldn't think of...
Professor Hill!
You would?
I would be glad to. I just wish I were a little more informed. You see, I've been wanting to talk to you about Winthrop's cornet.
His cornet? Mother of pearl.
Yes, I'm sure it's fine. But you see, he never touches it. The first week or so, he made, a few experimental blats, I guess you could say.
Yes, blats.
And he sings that minuet in G-la-da-dee-da.
La-dee-da, la-dee-da, la-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da.
Almost constantly. But he never touches the cornet.
Well,
he says you told him it wasn't necessary.
Well,
He tells me of this think system. If he thinks the minuet in G, he won't have to bother with the notes. Now, Professor,
Miss Marian, I'll admit that the think system is a revolutionary new idea, but so is Galileo's conception of the heavens, Columbus's conception of the globe, Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. Now, I cannot discuss these things here in public, but if you'll allow me to call, when may I call?
Why, any night this week?
Miss Peru, we've decided your kind of woman belongs in the Del Art Committee.
Why, you were wonderful when you danced with Professor Hill this evening. Why, she danced like a fairy princess. With a moonbeam for her floor, she had a golden shimmer in her hair and silver shoes for all to see. Why, we know that she will soon unfold a forgiving heart of purest gold right here, where a woman's heart should be. Fairy princess, to be floor, golden shimmer, silver shoes, now gold, dark gold, here, where a woman's heart should be. The master told us to read those books, and we simply adore them all. Chaucer, Rabelais, Balzac.
Now, I'm sorry, Professor Hill, but we're going to have to get your credentials right now.
Yes. You see, we've all been deputized.
Yes, congratulations, gentlemen. You know, all week I've tried to give you fellows my references and credentials, but you always seem to change the subject somehow. Now I have just what you want up in my hotel room, if you'll allow me.
I'm sorry, Professor Hill, but we would have to go with you.
Yes, well, let me see if I have my keys. What's this? Oh, it's a testimonial from Madame Rini, the only female bassoonist ever to appear on the Red Path circuit. Her stage name, of course. Actually, she was from Moline. Lida Rose Quackenbush.
Could I see that for a moment?
Oh, you'll never forget the name. Same as the old song. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose.
To get the sun back in the sky. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose. About 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Light a rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Light a rose, oh, won't you be mine? Light a rose, oh, light a rose, oh, light a rose.
Dream of now, dream of then, dream of our love song that might have been. Do I love you? Why, yes, I love you, and I'll bravely tell you, but only when we dream again. Sweet and low, sweet and low, how sweet that memory, how long ago, forever, oh yes, forever, will I ever tell you, oh no.
Light a rose, oh, light a rose, oh. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, without the sun back in the sky. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Light a rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Light a rose, oh, won't you be mine? Light a rose, oh, light a rose, oh, light a
Will you ever stop arguing with yourself? Won't you ever tell him? Oh, won't you ever tell him? Ah, yes. Oh, no. Oh, fiddlesticks. Just open up your mouth and let it come out.
Now, Mama.
No, nothing. If you should ever come to call again, you'll see him alone. And if you haven't got the gumption to tell him how you feel, well, tell him there's nothing wrong with a lady like hint.
Mama.
Mama! Windruff, where have you been?
Fishing
Fishing?
with Harold.
You mean Professor Hill?
And look, I still got some worms left.
Did you have a good time?
Scrumptious. He told me all about his hometown, Gary, Indiana, and he said he'd take me there someday. He told me something that hardly has any S's in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. That's the town that knew me well. If you'd like to have a lunch explanation, how I have been on this elegant syncopation.
Leave the dishes, Mama. I'll do them. But don't have to change for the sociable. There's time later.
Shin's around here somewhere.
The Shin's home is on East Elm. This is West Elm.
Oh, criminy. I see the piano teacher in town. Must have heard about this fella Hill trying to form a kid's band here.
Why, yes.
Well, don't let it worry you no more. I got the goods on him in spades, swinging two-bit thimble rigger. That's why I gotta see Shin. I'm just passing through. Number 8 only makes a 15-minute water stop. Wish it was 20. Sure would like to concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Caldwell. Anvil salesman. But just now I'm out to protect the good name of the traveling fraternity from this window.
Well, Mr. Cowell, you're making a big mistake.
Mistake my old lady's corset cover. That fella's been the raspberry seed in my wisdom tooth just long enough. Spoiled Illinois woman is not gonna spoil ours. Say, what kind of music teacher are you? You didn't see right through him. Why, he's no more professor.
Oh, I know all about that. Band leaders are always called professor. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director.
Now, just wait a minute. A fine director? Hat lady, have you heard one note of music out of any band?
Well, no, but that's...
But nothing, girly girl. He never formed a band in his life, and he never will.
Well, if you'll just listen to me for 1 minute, I think...
I'd like to. Like to do more than that if I had the time. Sure got the inclination. But I gotta get back on that train, and I gotta leave this dynamite with someone on the way to the depot. Bye, girly girl. See you next time.
But you'll never make that train at the depot. You'll have to catch it at the crossing.
No, sir. I gotta leave word, and I can see you ain't the one to leave it with.
But wait, Mr. Cowell. You don't know me very well yet.
Is that an invitation?
Oh, no. What I meant is I don't know you and...
Yes, I'd need more time.
Oh, no, I mean... as well as I'd like to.
No trouble there, girly girl.
I've never met a man who sells anvils before. That's, well, quite different.
Phew. Well, takes a real salesman, I can tell you that. Anvils do have a limited appeal, you know. Oh, what am I doing? I missed that train, I'll get fired. And I gotta leave word about that fella here.
Well, you can leave one with me. I can...
Not on your tin top. How do I know you delivered these letters?
Try me.
Oh.
There's your train. Go run for it.
What? Why, you double-dealing little... Who do you think you're protecting? That guy's got a girl in every town in Illinois, and he's taking it away from every one of them. And that's 102 counties. Not counting the piano teachers like you he cozies up to keep the mouth shut. Neither one of you's heard the last of me, girly girl.
Without a sweetheart to my name. Good evening, Miss Marian. Light a rose now, everyone knows that I'm hoping you're the same.
Marian, who was that you was just talking to? Why, Professor Hill.
The top of the evening, Mrs. Peru. Miss Marian?
Oh, you and Marian, you just come right up here and sit. I've got some jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Well, I'll put some on.
Shall we set as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
Did I? I didn't mean anything
Now,
by it.
Miss Marian, I'm not suggesting that your invitation inferred anything but academic enlightenment. The think system? I've been by your house to try to explain it to you a time or two today, but there always seem to be other people around. Ladies mostly, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and some of the ladies.
Well, I'm glad. Wouldn't want anybody beating my time. You wouldn't? No, ma'am. Well, Tonight's evidently not the convenient night. I'll see you at the sociable later.
Wait, Professor Hill, is it true that you've had 100... Well, what I'm trying to say...
Yes?
Is it true that you've developed a think system?
A what? A think system. Oh, think system. Yes. Why, of course. It's really very simple. As simple as whistling. Nobody has to tell you how to use your lips in whistling. You just think a tune here to have it come out clearly here. Now just try this yourself before you ask any more questions.
I'll take your word for it.
Could we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
I dare say you've met dozens, why, even 100.
Well...
Are they all as fascinated as I am with the think system?
Some more, some less. One young lady thought of the same system before I even got to her town. She showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Please don't let me keep you, Professor Hill. I'm sure you have many more important things to do than explain the think system to me.
Can't think of one.
And I'm sure I'm very dull company for someone of your experience.
Now say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marian, you mustn't believe everything you hear. Why, one even hears rumors of librarians.
You must be referring to my Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left him in a sure job so that Mother Winthrop and I could get some security. Surely you don't believe...
Of course not. But why do you suppose people start those rumors?
Jealousy, narrow-mindedness. Jealousy most, I guess.
And jealousy mostly starts rumors of traveling salesmen. What have you heard?
Nothing about you personally, just generally.
What have you heard generally?
Just that, well, it stands to reason that disappointment and jealousy could lead to, take you, for example, and your attentions to customers and music teachers might be easily misinterpreted now, mightn't they?
Well...
I mean, now, honestly, mightn't they? And, well, say another salesman or someone were jealous, they could be downright lies, now couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Why, of course.
Well, it just goes to show you can't believe everything you hear if you just discuss things.
Miss Marian, I would be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you, but could we do it sitting down here? Your knees do bend and all.
We could sit here.
We could also sit on a bench over at the gazebo.
I just couldn't. I've never been to the gazebo.
Just to talk?
I have to dress for the sociable.
Then meet me there in 15 minutes.
I just couldn't. Maybe some other time tomorrow, perhaps?
Now, Miss Marian, you pile up enough tomorrows and you'll find you've collected nothing but a lot of empty yesterdays. I don't know about you, but I sure would like to make today worth remembering.
So would I.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama? Mama? Mama! What? I just told Professor Hill I'd meet him at the gazebo in 15 minutes. Glory be to the saints be praised! It really works! What does? I've been using that think system on you from the parlor.
Okay, clear the area. Mr. Shin would like to start the entertainment.
Oh, we want to dance.
Yeah!
Wait till you see the new steps Professor Hill taught us.
Oh.
Mr. Washburn, my group is ready to perform.
Start her up, Mr. Washburn. Okay, what'll it be?
The Shaboogie!
Well, a woman who'll kiss in the very first date is usually a hussy. But a woman who'll kiss in the second time out is anything but fussy. But a woman who'll kiss in the third time around, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. She is girlies, gladies down. She's a shaboopy, 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 shaboopy. Shaboopy, shaboopy, shaboopy. Walk her once, raise curtain, and you walk her on twice, and the maid just sits. Once more. soaring away to supper. Now little old Sal's an old gal as any one could see. Well, look at her now, it's the go gal who only goes for me. She is her once when she is looking at me because she's right the man's cook. Once more for a bad breath, you'll never get soaring away to supper. Shaboopy, shaboopy, shaboopy. Shaboopy, shaboopy, shaboopy.
back down, are you?
No, I just told Mother and Winthrop I'd have some ice cream with them.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Look, the uniforms are bright and the kids are in. Oh, no. People would be screaming for some music. Those kids show social.
Yeah, I know.
He has most of the dough. I got time to collect it. He's trying to hold the kids together, pretending to hold some sort of a practice down to the lumberyard.
All right, Mars. Go get the rig.
I got it.
Well, what time's the freight go?
9:40 from the junction.
Oh, it's not even 8:30 yet.
Listen, if you want to turtle waddle around here and get yourself caught in a bunny trap, you go ahead. But I'm not going to surround.
Don't worry, Mars. I'll meet you at the hotel in plenty of time. Miss Marian, you're late.
But you said 15 minutes.
Oh, I meant that you were about, well, I'd say 26 years too late. Took you all this time to get to the gazebo with a fella.
Well, to tell you the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
Well, halfway here, I nearly turned back. I'm sure I'm not the first to find it easier to think while not under the spell of your salesmanship.
Now, Miss Marian, surely you don't think I've been trying to sell you anything?
No, you've given me something. And that's why I decided to come.
I don't recall giving.
Oh, yes, you have. Something beautiful. And that's why I came, and I'm glad. Oh, please don't think that I expect too much more. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. I'm sure there have been many ports of call, and There'll be many more. But that's no reason for me not to be grateful for what you've left behind for me.
Marian,
There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. And there was music, and there were roses. They tell me in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you. There was love all around, but I never heard it sing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you.
Marian, there are a lot of things you don't know about me. Shh. Excuse me. I'm expecting a telegram from Hector Berlioz. This could be it.
No, say, who's the salesman here? Looks like she's selling and you're buying.
You nuts! I didn't know I was going to be able to leave tonight. I had to keep her off balance, remember? I told you.
She's so off balance right now you can't tell her from a catboat in a hurricane.
Listen, Buster Brown, I've come up through the ranks on this skirmish and I'm not resigning without my commission.
Great. You can't get anywhere right out here in the gazebo.
There's a place over at Madison Park. Makes this gazebo look like the old ladies' home. Now beat it. Go get the rig. Never a peaceful moment in the music business. Now, where were we?
Well, you were just about to tell me what I don't know about you.
Well, we don't really have to go into that now, do we?
No, we don't. Or forever, for that matter. Harold, the librarian hasn't felt much like doing research lately, but she did plenty when you first got here.
About what?
About Professor Harold Hill, Gary Conservatory, class of '05. Harold, there was no Gary Conservatory in '05.
Why, there
The
certainly.
town wasn't even built until '06. I'll see you at the sociable.
You knew all this time?
Since July 7th. 3 days after you got here. I tore this out of the Indiana Journal. It was originally intended to be used against you, but now I give it to you with all my heart.
But if you knew, why didn't you? Why, you little... While 110 cornets played the air, Then I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I oom-pa'd up and down the square.
Good night, my someone. Good night, my love.
With 110 cornets right behind. There were horns of every shape and kind. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be.
110 cornets plain the air.
I wish I may, and I wish I good night, my someone, good night.
Greg, this guy's crazy. He's going all over town, stealing everything.
Oh, say I'm crazy. This is my train. Probably lost my job. But I got you now, Hill. And you'll pay. You'd be in the clink right now if it hadn't been for that piano teacher. Told her all about you, and what'd you do? Ladder gags me around till I couldn't get to shin. Little dried up man who...
Greg, you dirty mouth little...
Greg, come on! Yo, it's the alley!
Why, you bully! You big blow-off! I'll stay in this town till you get your thumb down through and sideways! You never even knew the territory!
Listen to this man.
You gullible green grass goats! Can't you see you're being swindled through your eye teeth right now? This minute, there's a burglar in the bedroom while you're fiddling in the parlor. I'm talking about Harold Hill. Road agent, highwayman, pickpocket, same thing. He's had his hand in your wallet, mister, and yours, madam, and yours, little lady, ever since he first came into this town. There's more documented evidence than you'll ever be able to read. There isn't any band, there never has been any band, and there never will be any band. And if you don't hunt this man down right now like a mad dog, there won't be any Harold Hill either. He'll be on the next train out of town.
Now will you believe me?
Well, what are we waiting for?
I want my money back.
Forget the money, I want his hide!
Run after him, and when you find him, bring him back to the schoolhouse. After him.
He's run away. No, you go. Please go.
Marian, I had to see you.
You don't owe me a word, not a single word. Now hurry, go.
I think there's something down by the creek.
Hold on there, son.
I'm not your son. Let me go.
Not till I talk to you for a minute.
I won't listen. You would tell the truth anyway.
I would too.
Would not.
Would too. Tell you anything you want to know.
Can you lead a band?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you a junior rotten crook?
Yes.
Let me go.
Now what's the matter? You wanted the truth, didn't you? Now I'm bigger than you. You just stand there and take it all, so you might as well stop waiting. There's two things you're entitled to know. First, you're a wonderful kid. I thought so from the first. That's why I wanted you in a band. So you stop moping around feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
I always think there's a band, kid.
What's the other thing I'm entitled to know?
Well, now that I think about it, the other thing isn't any of your business.
I wish you'd never come to River City.
No, you don't, Winthrop.
Sister, you believe him?
I believe every word he's ever said. But he promised us? I know what he promised us, and it happened just like he said. The lights and the colors and the symbols and the flags. Where was all that? It was in the way that every kid walked around here all week long and looked and acted. Especially you. And the parents, too. Does Mama wish he'd never come to River City?
Well, you do, don't you?
No, Winthrop. I don't. Now go, Harold.
Go on, Professor. Hurry up.
I can't, Winthrop.
Why not?
For the first time in my life, I've got my foot stuck in the door. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you.
Greg, come on, this way. Reach the end. Come on, I got your bags.
Which is why I interrupted the program at this point, but rest assured, this snake in our bosom is finally apprehended at this time. Yes, and always remember, fellow River City Zians, I can only remind you that I did everything in my power to prevent this dire happening from happening. Yes. 407
When are we
years.
going to get our money back?
That professor collected $300 for uniforms just today.
We haven't seen any of those uniforms yet.
He's stuck here, I told you.
Well, I haven't seen any uniform from our boy either since just after supper.
He's a kidnapper!
It's a fight situation.
But virtue has triumphed. The sword of retribution has cut down Professor Harold Hill. And if there are those, as I have heard, who are melting tar and collecting feathers, I shall not say them nay.
Well, I should think that some of you ought to be able to forget your everlasting chip on the shoulder Iowa stubbornness long enough to remember what River City was like before Professor Harold Hill got here. Well, do you remember? Well, do you? Surely some of you are grateful to him for what he's given to River City. And if so, I should think you'd want to admit it.
You're wasting a great deal of time here. If there is a person in this hall who doesn't think this hill should be tarred and feathered, let them stand now. You lady, sit down. And the rest just standing there like a coat of Shropshire sheep. Have you people forgotten that you bought expensive band uniforms, technical instruction books, high-priced band instruments? Have you forgotten the clear understanding and the warranty that your children would be taught to play in a band? Well, I ask you, where is the band? Where is the band?